How you doing?
Appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and get everybody in line here on the in the chat and let you guys take off with it. So go ahead, Joey.
Hey, Tony, good to see you again. It looked like we saw you working out with some cornerbacks, at least in the early part of this. What is that the position you think you'll be playing, and what's it like to be back there if it is?
Yes, sir. I'll be playing cornerback. It's nice. It's just getting used to the position, playing it full time. Just trying to get a rhythm. That's the biggest thing right now.
You've switched. Obviously, we've talked to you so much about your position switches, and I remember in I think 2019, you said this is the position that you're probably the most comfortable at. What is it about this that really fits you?
Like I don't know. I just think the position has a personality that fit it. Somebody that's okay with being alone, being on the island. But at the same time, you gotta have some finesse to you. You gotta be a little sneaky. So I think it fit me perfectly. So yeah, I like it out there.
And if I could, one more. We've heard a lot about Coach Henry. What have your impressions been of him so far?
Coach Henry, he's a stand-up guy. Uh, he been straight up with me since day one. Told me what it is, what it ain't. It's no gray area with him, and you could go to him about anything. I'm just listening, taking in everything I can from him because he didn't did it before. So it's easy to listen to a guy like that.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Tony, kind of piggybacking off Joey's last question there. Today in the 15 minutes, we got to see Coach Henry. He was loud, he was energetic, kind of let you guys chirp a little bit, all that kind of stuff. Your group kind of seemed to have a good level of competition. What's that kind of been like in practice with him the last couple of days?
It's been good because like when we make plays, he get excited because I don't know if he really live in his days or that's just the type of person he is. So it's always good when you got a coach like that that's excited, that's pumped up as you are. So it's always good.
And then I know defensive back and corners kind of like to showboat and have a lot of fun when they make a big play. Seeing your coach do that on the sidelines this season or even in practice, does that like motivate you guys as a group to kind of do it for each other as well?
Yeah, because you kind of like take the personality of your coach always. So like seeing him like that, that's just gonna show you how we gonna be. We gonna turn and we gonna have fun. So I kind of like it. I like it a lot.
And then one last one, if I could. Today, you and Marquez were kind of joking around. I heard you, I think, made him laugh. You guys were dapping each other up after a big play. What have you kind of seen out of him in his last couple of days in practice after he's now fully recovered from his ACL?
It's good to see him back out there. First off, second off, I'd say I seen him grow a lot mentally, just understanding like my leg is strong enough. So getting his confidence back and he out competing every day. So that's always good to see. So.
Tony, good to see you. You mentioned Coach Henry being very forthright with you, being very open with you. What are some of maybe the biggest things you feel like you've learned from him so far? Really anything.
That you can't live like a fantasy. You just can't tell yourself you're gonna wake up and be an All-American. Like he bring us back to reality real quick. He basically tell us like you're not gonna do nothing if you're not putting the work in. So he always reassure us, let us know when he think we're not living up to our capabilities, when we're not putting work in. He always keeping it real. Like if something goes on the team, he making sure he on us, just holding us accountable. I think that's the biggest thing, the accountability part, just being real with us.
How do you feel like the position group has kind of responded to that sort of teaching?
I think we have responded well. I think at first we was filling out Coach Henry, but we really like it a lot, and I feel like we've come together. We stopped getting in trouble, stopped doing little things wrong, and we're gelling pretty well.
And then I know Coach Bielema has told us he would like to keep the spring practices in Memorial Stadium as much as he can. How do you feel about that? How do you like that?
I like it a lot. I think I saw some on Twitter where Coach B was saying the more you practice in the stadium, the more you're going to be comfortable there. I feel like that's 100% true. If we could practice out there every day, then that's good with me. Anything, yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Robert, I'm good. Go ahead and skip me.
Tony, I saw you tweeting with your high school teammate, Andrew Clair, who transferred to Northwestern.
Right.
What's it going to be like playing against your SLU guy in a Big Ten game this year?
That's crazy. I told Drew I don't mess with him no more, you know. I'm just playing, but we brothers. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he got out of his situation. I wish him nothing but the best up there, but it's gonna be good to battle with him again. This time it's gonna be against him, so it's gonna be a lot of trash talking. I just know who Drew is. Yeah.
And I hope you don't mind me asking. I know that from your Twitter and from his Twitter, you guys have tweeted purple hearts for a long time. I don't remember if that's associated with the David Jackson thing or what. Do you mind talking about that? I believe there was a SLU teammate who had passed away, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that what you guys were tweeting the purple hearts about?
So we did have a SLU teammate pass away, David Jackson, but that's not where the Purple Hearts came from. So Drew started tweeting Purple Hearts and Purple Heart everything because his sister passed away recently. And I don't know if purple was her favorite color, something like that. So everything I do, like he my brother. So everything I do, I put Purple Hearts because I'm just showing I'm behind him 100%, like 1,000%. I'm behind my brother. So everything I do, I put Purple Hearts behind it now.
Got it. Thank you for the explanation. I was assuming it had something to do with that, but I appreciate you talking about it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to follow up on like the mindset that you have to play cornerback and being okay with being. How do you craft that mindset? Like, is it something you're born with, or is it something that you can improve over time? Like, how do you get there?
From that statement, I just want to go back to something Coach Tank told us. He asked us a question: are leaders born or are they made? He was just telling us leaders are made, and then just reverting that back to this questions. That mindset is made. Like, first, it's gonna be uncomfortable, and then the more you do it, you're gonna get more comfortable with it. So that's the thing. Just trying to get comfortable being out there alone. That's the biggest thing. Cause corner, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Just being comfortable being alone.
Are you comfortable with that right now? I mean, after just kind of leaving the position or being out of the position every so often, or is that something you're working towards?
I'm getting better. I'm just listening to my coaches, listening to Coach Henry, being coachable, and just trying to get better every day. Yeah. So yeah, that's that.
And then if I saw like a drill that you guys were doing, it looks like you guys were pretty active with your hands, like slapping at each other, maybe more than I remember seeing in the past. Is there more of that? I mean, is there more of a physical philosophy about that position group this year with Coach Henry?
I think the biggest thing with that drill was just our hand fire, just trying to work our hands, learning that you got to use your hands at the line of scrimmage, but at the same time, we was using our hand, but you got to work your feet too. Yeah, that was the point of the drill, just showing like your hand speed, trying to work on your hand speed while he was trying to slap it down.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Tony, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think when Illinois announced the hiring of Terry Hawthorne on social media, you kind of were in those mentions and retweeted it or whatever with some comment. Do you have a good relationship with Terry from your past or anything like that?
Yeah, so when I first committed here, that's when I kind of got in touch with Terry, and like little do he know, like when I was young, I used to be at his high school games, like my friends, like people talk about him like Black Cat, like yeah, he that deal, like, you feel me? So it's kind of exciting to see him get back here, like, yeah, and just connect with him because like he was the truth.
Have you told him these stories about you going to the games and your friends calling him Black Cat or whatever term?
Well, that's his nickname, and like, yeah, we used to watch the Illinois games. He used to play at East St. Louis, and like we'll go to the games and we'll see him play. Like, Yeah, I haven't told him. But I respect him a lot. I got much respect for him.
As a Belleville kid, what's it like to get a kid who grew up just 5-10 minutes away from you inside the program that you kind of idolized as a kid? It sounds like.
It's exciting. It's just like, I don't know, like, I ain't gonna say starstruck, but like, I got a lot of respect for him. A lot of respect for him.
If I could get one more, you talked about Coach Tank, and we've heard Owen just spoke really highly of him. What have your impressions been, and what makes him as good as it sounds like he is?
Coach Tank different. I'll say my biggest thing with him, like I could go talk to him about anything. We done had some conversations that like he had helped me gain new perspective on things. Just helped me change my mind and just helping me become a better person overall. I know like strength and conditioning, that's what he does. He dedicated to it. He stay up here all day. So anytime we want to come in, we can come in. But that's the biggest thing with me. Like you could connect with him. Like he a legit dude. I mess with him.
Did it take you a little bit to realize that he was like that level of openness? I mean, there's always maybe like a feeling out process when you meet somebody new and kind of understand what conversations and when to have those.
It didn't take that long. I think like it was off rip. Like we had a conversation one day and then it just went on and on and on. And then after that, I'm like, this a guy right here. Like, I mess with him. So that's how it kind of was.
Very cool, Tony. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. See you guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
CI.